My mother-in-law said, "Real family has blood." I showed her my adoption papers and my $15 million company. My mother-in-law, Patricia, stood in my living room and said the words that would change everything. "You're not real family, Maya. You don't have our blood." She was holding my 3-year-old daughter, Zara, refusing to give her back to me. My husband, Marcus, stood frozen, silent. That's when I pulled out my phone, made one call, and watched Patricia's entire world crumble in 72 hours. Because what she didn't know was that I wasn't just an adopted charity case like she'd been telling everyone. I was the sole heir to a $15 million tech company, and I was about to teach her the most expensive lesson of her life. My name is Maya Richardson. I'm 32 years old, and this is the story of how my husband's family tried to erase me and how I made sure they never forgot me. I was adopted at age 6 by the Johnstons, a loving Black couple who couldn't have biological children. They gave me everything: education, opportunity, unconditional love. My adoptive father, Robert Johnson, was a software engineer who'd built a successful cybersecurity firm in Silicon Valley. When he passed away 2 years ago, he left me his entire company, valued at $15 million, with explicit instructions to continue his legacy of innovation and community investment. I met Marcus at Howard University. He was charming, ambitious, from a prominent Atlanta family. His mother, Patricia, was old money: real estate, investments, social status. When Marcus brought me home to meet his family, Patricia's smile was ice cold. "Adopted?" she said, as if I'd confessed to a crime. "And your biological family?" "I don't know them," I said honestly. "The Johnsons are my family." Patricia's expression said everything her mouth didn't. "You're not one of us." For 5 years of marriage, I endured Patricia's subtle cruelties. She'd introduce me at events as Marcus's wife, but never by name. She'd talk about family bloodlines and legacy while looking directly at me. She questioned whether Zara, our daughter, would inherit proper family values with me as her mother. Marcus always made excuses. "That's just how she is. She's a meanette." But silence is complicity, and I was keeping score. The Recce Point Kent Zara's 3rd birthday party. Patricia had insisted on hosting at her estate. Halfway through, she pulled me aside. "I've been talking to Marcus," she said quietly. "We think it's time Zara spends more time with real family, learns her heritage. You understand? You weren't raised with these traditions." "What are you saying?" I asked. "I'm saying blood matters, Maya, and you don't have ours." That night, Patricia failed her grandparents' rights, claiming I was an unfit mother because I lacked family structure and heritage. She wanted custody every weekend and summers. She had lawyers, money, and Marcus's cowardly agreement. "It's just weekends," he said weakly. "She's my mother. What am I supposed to do?" "Stand up for your wife," I said. "Stand up for our daughter." He didn't. So I called my attorney, Jennifer Okonglo, a powerhouse Black woman who'd let me manage my father's estate. You are, do they?" Jennifer asked. "No," I admitted it. "I never told Marcus's family about the company. I wanted to be left for me, not my money." "Well," Jennifer said, her voice sharply strategy, "it's time they learned exactly who you are." Jennifer filed a countersuit within 48 hours. But she didn't just challenge the grandparents' AIDS claim. She revealed everything Patricia's and thus heirs had missed. My ownership of Downton Cybersecurity Solutions, valued at $15 million. My board position at 3 major tech companies. My investments in commercial real estate across California. My personal net worth of $18 million. The courtroom was packed. Patricia sat with her expensive lawyers, confident. Then Jennifer represented her case.
Miss Richardson is not just a fit mother, she's one of the most successful tech executives in Silicon Valley. She inherited and successfully grew her father's cybersecurity company, increasing its value by 40% in 2 years. She employs 200 people. She's donated more than $2 million to a STEM program for Black youth. Patricia's face went white. Jennifer continued, Mr. Johnson claims Ms. Richardson lacks family structure, yet Ms. Richardson was raised by parents who invested everything in her education and success. She graduated summa cum laude from Howard University. She held 3 patents with cybersecurity. She's built a legacy her adopted father would be proud of. Then came the evidence that destroyed Patricia's case. Text messages where Patricia called me that adopted girl and said I had no real family history. Emails to Marcus suggesting Zara needed protection from inferior influences. Recordings where Patricia told friends I was raising Zara without proper breeding. The judge was a middle-aged Black woman who clearly seen this type of elitism before. Miss Thompson, she said calmly, this court finds your petition not only without merit, but offensive. Miss Richardson is an exemplary mother with extraordinary means to provide for her child. Your claim of unfitness is dismissed with prejudice. Your order to attend whole parenting mediation and refrain from disparaging Miss Richardson. Patricia stormed out. But the damage was done. Within a week, Atlanta's Black elite had heard the whole story. Patricia's social standing crumbled. Her friends, many of whom had adopted children or came from non-traditional families, distanced themselves from her. The country club where she had held court for decades quietly asked her to step down from the board. Marcus came home defeated. My mother won't speak to me. My family think I married you for money and never told them. I married you for love, I said quietly. Or at least I thought you did. But you let your mother treat me like I wasn't good enough for 5 years. You stood silent while she tried to take our Arthur. Maya, I'm sorry. I should have. You should have chosen your wife. You should have clothed your mother. The family isn't about blood. It's about love, respect, and showing up. My adoptive parents taught me that. Your biological mother never learned it. I filed for divorce 3 weeks later. Marcus got visitation with her. Patricia got supervised visits only, per court order. I got my dignity back. Today, Johnson Cybersecurity Solutions employs 250 people and is valued at $22 million. I was down with the Robert Johnson Scholarship Fund for Adopted Children Pursuing SIPWare's $5 million endowment. Zara is thriving, confident, loved. Patricia sent one letter months later. No apology. Just, I didn't know who you were. I never responded because I still don't understand. I'm not defined by my bank account or my company. I'm defined by the parent who chose me, loved me, and taught me that family is built through commitment, not chromosomes. The story isn't about revenge. It's about knowing your worth when others try to diminish you. It's about the power of chosen family. And it's about showing people that real family isn't measured in bloodlines. It's measured in love. If this story touched you, subscribe for more true stories of family, identity, and standing up for yourself. And remember, you don't need anyone's validation to know you belong.